So this is just to be an inspiration for you guys, not to take it as this is exactly what you should be eating or doing, because I do not have any certifications to be telling you anything, or I'm not a nutritionist. So please use this just as inspo and just some things that you might want to try out for yourself. So there's always so much that goes into being productive or getting your things done, starting on the task. So I like to divide it into three different stages, sort of like the starting point, like how to start, and then how to continue being productive and finish the task that you started. And then after you're done, how to relax and avoid a burnout, making the most of the time that you have left in your day after you got everything done. I just want to say this strategy I use to get my work done, this works for everything. It doesn't just apply to homeworks or projects, but any work overall that you have to complete. Basically, you can use this at your work, or you can use this for anything else that you're interested in, but just have a hard time starting to do the work. The hardest part is starting your work, but once you get started, I think it's easier to continue doing the work and then overall finish it. The first thing I do is I make an overall to-do list, and then I break it down into what can be done today, and then specific actions for the tasks that can be done today. So as an example, let's say I have 6 tasks that I want to get done today from my overall to-do list that I need to get done. So I would go through it and see which ones are due tomorrow or due dates. Those are the tasks that I want to complete today. After you have a solid list for today's to-do list, only today's, I don't include something that will be due 2 days later, and you're not gonna start it, or you're not gonna get to it. You don't want to put something on the to-do list that you're not gonna get to or won't have a chance to get to, because that kind of adds extra tasks to your to-do list, and you won't get to cross it off, which will just get carried over to the next day. So after you have your task, like be sure to be specific. Like don't to have vague tasks listed down that you don't know what exactly it means, what you have to do. So instead of saying, for example, like instead of saying bio 104 essay, I would be specific and say get started on bio 104 essay, which means like I haven't started. It gives me some starting point rather than just saying a random essay. Or like continue working on bio 201 assignment. Get as specific as you can on the daily task list. We're gonna break them down into specific actions that you can actually complete, the actions that you will take. Still following the essay example, I will write down like add essay title, name, date, a professor page, and just overall essay introduction page. That's my action. That's what I have to do. I have to add an introduction page. My next action would be to gather paragraph 1 research. Any quotes that I need, any facts that I need, gather the research for that. That's my action 2. My third action would be like put together a first draft for the first paragraph. So those 3 actions apply to my goal for today, which is get started on bio 104 essay. It would help me be more productive because I know exactly what I have to do. And you can actually make some progress on your task, if not finish it completely, since this is an essay. You do actually see some progress rather than just scrolling through a bunch of research the whole day and not seeing any visual progress because all you did was look up like facts and read through a bunch of papers. For myself, this helps me to feel accomplished as I cross off the small actions rather than having one giant task that doesn't feel like it got completed, because you can't cross it off your to-do list if it's not done. So it just gets transferred over to the next day, and it feels repetitive or redundant throughout the week until you actually do finish your essay. So this organizing way really helps me stay organized, which is another reason I don't have a planner format yet. I like to use like a regular notebook or note, like any lined notebook, as my planner because I like to draw it out myself because of the way I structure my to-do lists. I just haven't found a planner yet. So if you do have a planner that you use that works for you, leave a link in the comments below, and then maybe it works for me too. Starting is the hardest part, but sometimes like continuing, you just cannot work anymore. I have had moments where I just would not be able to work anymore or do any work at all because I've been working for so long, or like I haven't been getting anywhere. Like for the research example, let's say I am doing the research, I'm looking for facts, I just cannot seem to find anything. It is important to take what I've heard are called brain breaks. I believe it's like a 10-minute break that you take. Get away from your desk. I don't know, like you can stretch, take a walk, eat, even read, anything to just get your mind off of the task and off of what you've been staring at basically for the past whatever number of hours, so you can start fresh when you get back after that 10 or maybe even 15-minute break, depending on how long you've been working. You do want to keep in mind not to take too frequent of break because it does break my concentration. If I take a break for too long, then it's the same cycle all over again. Like the hardest part is starting the task, like me having to start the task over again. So I do keep in mind like take short, nice breaks. I usually like take a walk around the kitchen, see what snacks I can find. I read my book. I avoid going on the phone unless I know I'm expecting like an email or something that I do have to check, and then I do check it. You can do a short little stretch, or you can like even take a walk in your backyard. Go out, get some sunlight if you've been inside the room all day. Anything to just like take your mind off the task so you can start fresh once you get back to the task after your break. I like to have as much space as I can on my desk to spread everything out, like the papers, the pens, my laptop on one side, the textbooks, like everything all over the place. And I like to have it within my reach so I don't have to get up when I'm doing my task. after you've completed a task, sometimes I finish my task and it's not the end of the day, it's like still 4 p.m. I feel like you can waste away your time like being on your phone for hours. It's easy to lose track of time scrolling, and you lose the rest of your day where you could have done something else, basically. Like how to relax and make the most of the time you have. I like to do something that I've been wanting to do but couldn't because did not have the time to do it because of the task that I did have to complete. So there is a list of things that you have to do, which is like the tasks, the actions, and then I have or the goals, and then I have something on the side that I want to do throughout the. So besides the daily to-do or action items, task list, I do have another weekly list where I list the things that I want to try to get to do this week. And it can be anything that you're interested in, anything simple, or maybe even go out. Like short things that I have put on my weekly list this week is like take a walk, like a 30-minute walk, 30 minutes to an hour depending. And I like to read while I take my walks, so that's what I have, like just take a walk. The next one is I want to go to a yoga class, and that's on my list as well. You can have another one where it's like I have one which is continue working on the painting. Anything that you're interested in that you cannot get into your day because of what you do have to complete goes on that list. So after I complete all my tasks, like I will usually go take a walk outside to get fresh air, clear my mind. Any other tasks that you do have to complete, like grocery shopping or any errands I have to run, I feel like that goes on that list because it's not something that you have to, that is actually due. It's something you have to do for yourself. So I put go grocery shopping on that list because there's some things that I've been wanting to get that I just didn't have a chance to pick up on the way back.